What is the hardest part of that ring?
Well, the hardest part of the ring.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
The hardest part of the ring.
Hello and welcome to episode number 77 of Hardest Part of the Ring, the podcast where four friends get together to celebrate the wonder of professional wrestling. And yet again, there's only three of us.
Boo.
Can we guess it? Well, of course we can guess who's not here. It's Brett again.
Brett Lesnar.
He does have a good excuse this week, though, I guess, doesn't he? Brett Lesnar's good. Brett Lesnar is
Brett Lesnar's
good.
really good. How has it taken 77 episodes to come up with that? I mean, he's probably missed the most episodes, right?
Oh, easily.
Old sick note Brett.
Brett
He
Lesnar.
only turns out for the big ones.
Yeah, he's soon enough. He'll just turn up for the big four pay-per-views.
Adam, can I just say how clear you sound today?
Oh, thanks so much, Sam.
You're welcome, man. It's just us. Clarity. It's like HD.
I've plugged in my microphone. I thought I'd do it. I thought it'd be a good idea this week.
Controversial.
Yeah, that was so annoying. It's one of those things where I spend about 10 minutes like staring at my laptop in disbelief, like here thinking, is there any way I can reverse this? Can I go back in time? But there's nothing I could do.
I think we've all had those moments where we've done something weird on a record, like, oh, I wonder if there's some weird effect I can do which is going to fix all of this.
John, were you expecting Adam to go back and just re-record his entire piece on his own? Because I kind of was thinking he might.
I'm that much of a perfectionist. Right, that's it. I'll just have to go and re-record all of this, try and sound really natural.
I thought you had that in your locker.
No way. But I wanted to turn this on to John because, of course, what was it, the first 5-6 episodes, you had your microphone back to front, so it sounded really shit.
It did, yep. I
I
actually just
forgot about
double-checked
that.
there just to make sure I haven't... No, all good. All good. Lessons learnt.
Yeah. Brett's not here because it's his wife's birthday. But
Happy birthday, Lucy.
happy birthday,
Happy
Lucy.
birthday, Lucy.
In other big news, John, you've moved to a house.
Yes, bricks and mortar. I'm a landowner.
Yeah.
I'm actually sitting
Hey.
in my... It's currently got no wallpaper and it looks like a squat. But the back... I'm looking over my garden across the beautiful
you've got a
landscape
garden.
that is Wolfscombe.
It sounds so ECW.
Actually, it does look quite ECW.
That's cool.
Some rattan wardrobes.
Nice. Good for you. Congratulations all round.
Yeah,
Sam,
well done.
any big news for you, Sam?
My house sale went through today.
Oh, look at
Nice.
all that hardest part of the ring, money coming flooded in. All we're all
know.
buying
I know.
property, investing it wisely.
All
All
those merch
happening.
sales.
We're going to be like the McMahons of Connecticut, except
Oh, God.
no one ever called them that. It's fine. We continue. We do wrestling podcasts, not house moving stuff. Let's move on.
I bet the listeners want to hear a lot more, but no, definitely not. Last podcast, let's get to that. We talked about AEW, WWE, and New Japan, the G1 specifically. That was hard work to try and discuss everything, but I think we did okay. And this podcast, we weren't sure what we were going to do, and we decided to make it a wrestling roundup episode. And if you haven't heard those before, it's just where we talk about just general news and stuff we've been watching. And then in the second half, or maybe even the third, or the fourth quarter.
Third.
I don't know how long this is going to be.
The third is good.
The third, we have...
The final act.
It sounds like
Yeah.
a really bad math rock band. We're the third.
yeah. Okay.
I'd like it if my finisher was the final act.
Oh, that is quite. It's quite. I swear there is a finisher called the final act, isn't there?
Yeah, I bet there is.
It
Yeah.
sounds quite gold.
It does sound quite dull dusty.
So in the third, as I was going to say, we have an announcement.
Dun dun dun.
spooky. We're going to finally fire Brett.
Yeah. We just had enough of his bullshit.
He's failed his wellness violation.
Right. Let's have a quick break and then let's chat about loads of wrestling.
Oh, face first into the apron of the ring. There's very little padding there. A dangerous area. It's not wrestler friendly, I can tell you.
Right then, as we said, we're going to go through a load of different stuff. Obviously, we're going to talk about some of the G1. Well, most of the G1. Sam, have you watched all of it?
Yeah, I'm up to date.
Good stuff. So Sam's got about 45 minutes coming your way on that. We're going to talk about NXT a little bit. We're going to talk about 205 Live. Oh,
I know,
God.
weird, right?
Shocking.
Or one particular match. But first off, we're going to talk about the Raw reunion, which happened last night. And as you'd expect from Hardest Part of the Ring, if we're going to talk about the Raw reunion, we've all watched Raw, right, guys?
I haven't watched Raw in 20 years.
Plus, we're also recording this on a Tuesday night, so when will we have watched it? We're
Yeah,
all
no,
work.
good point. I did
Watch
watch
some
it.
clips. Watch some clips.
Yeah, I'm sure we've all watched some clips. We've all read about it. I watched most of it this afternoon.
It sounds properly mental.
It was.
I'm actually quite looking forward to
enjoyed
it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds
Okay.
bonkers. Like, let's just throw everyone into every segment.
They had a lot of people there. Like I was quite surprised at how many sort of inverted commas legends that there were, and some legit legends as well.
I mean, if you get Stone Cold in there, Mick Foley, and the Boogeyman, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah,
Fair.
I mean, if we're going to talk positively, initially, Stone Cold at the end, he did his little speech, and it was brilliant. It just made you like pine for the days when he was actually an active roster member. He was.
Were you going to call him an active Rossler?
I was.
Oh, I like that.
Uwe
I'm okay with
Rossler.
that.
No, he just cut this great promo, and he was chugging down the beers, and then I'm sure you've seen a lot of the clips of after the camera's cut, and he's chucking beers down people's throats and running the
Yeah,
ropes.
did you see
and all
that clip of him pouring beers down Lillian Garcia?
Yeah,
She bloody hell, she can handle a drink.
she was.
She's
chugging
been
like
in
a
wrestling
champ.
for years. She can handle a drink.
He was
Yeah.
pouring 4 cans of beer down her throat at once.
He was pouring 2, and she was pouring 2 by herself.
It was insane.
It was insane. I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole reunion, Sam?
I mean, I wasn't a big fan of it, if I'm completely honest. I wonder if it's just me being a cynic. I sort of feel like kind of WWE at this point in time, they need to be a little bit more edgy and kind of pushing stories, because I get frustrated that it's sort of like one big holding pattern from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, and I feel like this is just another week of kind of what can we distract the viewer with this week rather than kind of progressing anything.
Yeah, this is a very cheap shot at just popping some ratings, isn't it? Just 1 week. Let's try and boost
Yeah.
the ratings for 1 week. Next week, no one's going to tune in because
Yeah,
we gave
so
them
the
no
average.
reason to tune in next week.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed the Street Profits. My God, we're all messing up our words today. We shouldn't be doing podcasting. I really enjoyed the Street Profits promo.
Amazing.
Kind of with Angelo
Love that.
Dawkins talking about RVD.
Yes.
That was,
RVD
Coughing and
is
putting in eye
slowly
drops.
becoming my spirit animal. Like I love him more now than I did back in his prime.
I think he's slowly worked his way up to the hardest part of the ring favourite wrestler rankings.
He's getting there, isn't he? By us not watching any of his wrestling. Just
Yeah,
by
that's the
me.
thing.
We love his wrestling and we love him.
Yeah, true.
We've only reviewed one pay-per-view with him, haven't we?
And it was a great
But I
match.
loved it. Oh my God, that was a great match. Can't remember what it was, but it was great.
Bet was it?
One Night
One
Stand
Night Stand,
2006.
There you go. Good memory. It's a weird one because I love seeing them all. I mean, there's a lot of people who may say that it's sort of like a little nod to AEW, sort of saying, yeah, you might be the new upstarts, but look at all this history we've got.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's face it, they have got an incredible amount of history and so much great talent over the years, so many massive personalities, and it was so cool to see loads of them. I think my favourite was probably, he didn't actually appear on the show, but I saw a little backstage photo. Nicholas was there, guys.
Oh, I did see the
he?
photo of it, yeah.
Nicholas, former
Former
Raw Tag Team champion.
Yeah. Oh, that's disgraceful.
But no, obviously Boogeyman was there, we had Godfather, Eric Bischoff, Rob Van Dam, John Cena, Rikishi, Devon Dudley, Booker T, Christian, Sergeant
Devon
Slaughter.
Dudley.
Yeah, that was just, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Did you see Gerald Briscoe won the 24/7 title? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A man his age
that was
still got
great.
it.
Well, I mean, they didn't show him.
No, it was a hard
pinning.
cut, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't he? Because he won it from Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
And they just cut to it, and it was like Gerald Briscoe was just holding the belt. Mind you, he took the roll up from Kelly Kelly. He went to ground to lose to Kelly Kelly, which was I was impressed with. I don't know if he got
he's
back
still
up
in that position right now, probably in the arena.
So do you know what? Like, I didn't like the 24/7 belt when they introduced it, but
because it
they've
looks
done
awful.
right by it, haven't they?
They have,
God,
yeah.
yes,
It's entertaining.
it's probably the best thing on WWE right now, don't you think? Drake and Truth, what they've been
Probably
doing.
is, yeah. It's certainly the most fun.
Drake Maverick. I mean, who would have thought it, eh? Rockstar Spud, when he got signed up. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a very weird announcement when he became the GM of 205 Live. That was quite a shock. But
Do you know who would have called Rockstar Stud but a year early?
who? You?
This guy. He drafted him.
How many points did you get that year?
Way
Sam?
too early.
Yeah, 0. Do you know what? I drafted Rockstar Spud, and Adam's reaction was, what? Who?
Yeah, this was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right?
Not having it. Cool.
10 years ago.
Actually, I'm thinking of Crazy Steve, not Rockstar Spud.
Oh,
Never
Crazy
mind.
Steve. Yeah,
Dear.
yeah that was one of those wins where you said Crazy Steve, where everyone went, who?
Give it a year. Give it a year, guys. He'll be big time.
Do you reckon he's still wrestling now? I'm going to have to Google him. Crazy
You know what? They can't all be winners, eh?
No.
Oh.
Who else did you like seeing? Ted DiBiase buying the belt off Alundra
Yeah, that's
Blaze.
cool.
Pretty funny.
I also thought I'd be bored of Ron Simmons saying "damn," but I'm really not. Really not.
Never.
How do you guys feel, off topic, about the club now going by the OC?
Not great,
I like
actually.
it. Oh. I
Well,
like
it's
the
not a good
t-shirt.
name.
I like the
Makes you-
t-shirts.
Makes me think of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
California. That's the wrong song, isn't it? I just started singing the wrong song.
From. No, you're singing the right one.
Okay.
California.
You just started singing it terribly.
Weird. Yeah.
Yours sounded a bit more like California.
Yeah, I think that's what.
No
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Cool.
In
So we've
the
all had a crack at it today.
City of Compton.
But the OC, the TV
Are we
show,
releasing this?
Yeah, maybe has a special place in my heart because me, my brother, and my sister always used to watch and talk about it.
Really?
Yeah. I used to
Lame.
I used to love the OC. Come on,
Loser.
Ryan. Ryan's a badass. Remember when he became a cage fighter? Oh,
I remember the first few episodes and then kind of fell off it quite quickly.
rewatch it, Sam. It's worth it. It's great.
Genuinely
Can we
didn't
watch it
watch
together,
it.
John?
Yeah, we should.
Sweet. Is AJ Styles in it?
Let's do a new podcast.
It's OC. It's original content on the OC. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson as the OC. I don't know, man. It seems like a weird name for it.
Is it meant to be the original club? Is that what it is?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
it
not
is.
the original club. Like, technically, the original club is the Bullet Club, the Finn Balor Bullet Club, which then became the. It's not okay. I'm not okay.
I'm pleased
with
that
it.
they're using Gallows and Anderson anyway. You know, at least
It's
they're
good for them.
getting
Yeah.
something to do.
Do you know what? Some wrestlers are best off being henchmen, and those guys, as good as they are best off in that position.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Raw reunion. I mean, I would say that I think they missed opportunities to actually further really any storylines. I mean, there was a little bit. There were bits and bobs, but they could have used some of these legends to maybe help get over some of the current stars, which they didn't.
Well, that's kind of they did it with Mick Foley, didn't they? Kind of
Yeah,
having
that-
Bray Wyatt drop him.
Did a good job there, but
That's true. That's
Seth
true.
desperately needs some push, some
Seth
help.
needs some good opponents. He needs a proper rival.
Baron Corbin again. What do you reckon?
Yeah, he's been fighting Baron Corbin for the last 7 months.
Yeah, it's a problem. But you know, hopefully, maybe somebody like Bray Wyatt could step into that,
Yeah, maybe.
because a motivated Bray Wyatt and a fit and a happy and healthy Bray Wyatt is a good wrestler.
Yeah. I think we all rate him.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we do.
interested.
I did
what
read
happens.
read somewhere that apparently DX were, when they first planned this, were going to give the rub to Ricochet and apparently tout him as the next big thing, but he's got an injured elbow at the moment, so that didn't happen.
What, the injured elbow meant he couldn't do the crotch chops?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that is tough on the old elbow.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The OC should have put down DX. That would have got them over as
That
heels.
would never happen, though. would it?
DX
I
are
know.
never allowing that. Oh,
know.
no way. Did you enjoy the fact that Road Dogg forgot Billy Gunn's name, or sort of pretended to forget Billy Gunn?
Yeah. It's
very
cheeky,
nice.
cheeky little comment. I'm amazed that Kevin Nash's knees remained the whole way through the show.
Yeah, he
Good for him.
sat upright all the whole time. Probably not the whole time, but
amazing.
on camera, certainly.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a good sort of nostalgia trip, and I think that is one of the reasons why we all love WWE. I mean, when we asked last week if we could only watch one promotion for the rest of our lives, for 5 years, which may well be the rest of your life, John, I don't know, but you did pick. You did pick.
Do you know something that John doesn't?
Jesus.
You did pick WWE, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the reasons, right? All the history.
Yeah, definitely. And just because, this sort of emotional connection, that's what I grew up with. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching this in its entirety, but I do think it's a bit bollocks.
Yeah, I am in two minds. I think a lot of people are. How do you think it's all going to lead into Smackville?
I'm still not entirely sure what that is. It's this
I've got to
Friday,
admit,
isn't it?
Sam put the running order together and put this in, and I had to Google it.
So yeah, hands up. When I was putting the running order together, I was looking up. Oh, what's the next pay-per-view? Smackville. Huh. Never heard of that before.
It's basically a glorified house show, right? They had a house show and now they're turning it into a network special. It's only going to be an hour long,
That's
so
cool.
that's good.
It's got
Lovely.
Finn Balor versus Nakamura on it, which should be good.
Is this like a make good? Kind of like a we shouldn't have changed that title on the pre-show. We need to actually give them a good match.
Maybe.
Build around that.
I don't know. I did actually read though about it because I had to Google it as well. That apparently it's like a practice thing. They're doing it as a rehearsal for putting together a last-minute show if they ever needed to do like a counter show to I don't know, an AEW event or something like that.
Oh, interesting.
Which sounds a bit
interesting.
far-fetched, but also probably true.
I think it's quite a good thing though, because the house shows are usually a lot more fun than general Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, it's basically like trying to run events with very short notice. They're sort of trying to see how they can do. So if they ever need to react to something, they can.
Interesting.
Okay. See how it goes.
Yeah. But that's the plan for next week's podcast, right? Yeah, we're gonna review that. An hour-long pay-per-view. Oh,
Lovely. God, what? Gone are the days of reviewing anything that's an hour long.
yeah, very true. Okay, so that is our little chat about the Raw reunion. Basically, yeah, we kind of liked it. We kind of didn't like it. No very strong opinions there. Sorry. Next up, 205 Live we're going to go to because there was an amazing match. And that match was between Jack Gallagher, who I'd kind of forgotten even existed, and Chad Gable.
There was a lot of good wrestling this week, and
boy.
this, I think, was probably my second favourite match of the whole week. It was phenomenal.
This match was insane. Chad Gable is a regen of Kurt Angle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so good. He looks so charming and suave with the sort of short hair and crazy tan. I think I'm falling in love with Chad Gable a little bit.
Heavy on
sounds
the
like
tan there. Wow, this match blew my tiny little mind. It was incredible.
Yeah, because you sent a message around on our WhatsApp saying apparently there's been a match of the year.
Yeah, I've heard big things.
I've heard rumours of
Yeah.
205 Live being good again.
You're going to have to watch 205 Live.
Damn it, Sam, we're going to have to watch 205 Live.
Hey, I mean, that's definitely the first time in over a year that I've watched 205 Live. I was like, oh, this is quite cool. Can see what the titles are like, see which wrestlers they've got these days. And I thought I'd watch most of it, and then I just found myself skipping through to that match.
Oh,
Yeah.
I watched that whole episode. It was pretty good, actually.
did you?
Yeah. I keep thinking I should get into 205 Live because it's only an hour long, if that, actually, like
Yeah.
50, 40 minutes.
I think it is good. And obviously, Drew Gulak, everyone's a fan of. And I think they've had some good champs recently, you know, and those matches we've seen on other pay-per-views have always been good. So I think it's a good hour of TV each week, but, you know.
I think the thing with 205 Live is it's consistently good. Like, everyone knows they're going to be happy with the wrestling they get, and that's fine, but I don't think it's very kind of edgy. There doesn't seem to be any kind of like stakes or anything. It's just kind of like a bunch of cruiserweights wrestling each other. They'll change the title every couple of months, and they'll do
it's
everything on the
difficult.
pre-show.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And
There's
the
just one
crowd really
title.
hampers it as well because obviously it's like after sort of SmackDown or Raw or whenever it is.
So that was mental, wasn't it? Because after this incredible match, like the commentators gave a standing ovation, and you could see like just 3 people clapping, which were the commentators. Everyone else was kind of not.
Well, there were a
Not
couple
as
of boring chants at the start of this, weren't there?
Insane, absolutely insane how good that
I
match
just
was.
don't understand why they don't put this at Full Sail or just have it at one small little place like that.
Yeah, if that was at Full Sail University, the crowd would be going
Yeah,
absolutely
bonkers.
nuts.
It's great seeing Jack Gallagher though. Like you said, Adam, I haven't seen him in donkeys. I can't remember the last time I saw him wrestle.
Yeah. The thing with Jack Gallagher is, obviously, we liked him when we saw him at Progress and things like that. When he signed up to 205 Live, it was all about the gimmick, wasn't it? All about the
he used to wrestle in
English
that
gentleman.
suit, didn't he?
Yeah, dicking about, like balancing on top of the top turnbuckle on his head, which is a cool spot, but he was doing it in every single match, coming out with his umbrella and just really leaning into that. And now, I mean, there was none of that in this match. I don't know if he's doing any of that in other matches, but it seems as if they're just deciding to show just what a good wrestler he actually is.
He took an absolute beating as well. He had bruises
Oh, he did.
all over.
That's the problem when you decide to go full pale rather than any fake tan, is that those welts and bruises just show up so much.
Yeah.
The Irish whip into that corner when he hit that at full pelt, and I'm pretty sure that's what caused the the bloody marks on his ribs.
Yeah.
And my God, I've never seen someone hit the ropes so heavy, so fast.
I mean, Gable's technique is just off the charts, isn't it?
It's bonkers he's not more successful. It really is. Because you watch him, he's so charismatic, he's funny, he's great on the mic, he's such an amazing wrestler.
Yeah, he really is. The dragon screw leg whip that he did, that just looked, ow.
Amazing.
This match was insane. It's
Yeah.
probably the best WWE match I've seen this year. I can't think of anything better.
I would probably echo that, to be honest. If I saw that match on a pay-per-view, I'd be losing my mind.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that let it down. If in isolation, the match was incredible if you're watching it literally just that. But in order for it to be like 5-star for me, you've got to have the hot crowd as well, and it just didn't have it. But that's not their fault.
No.
Not their fault.
Not only that, like that, was it the suplex that I think Jack Gallagher did to Chad Gable, where he just literally held him at like a 45-degree angle for about 30 seconds? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I thought my screen had frozen.
Yeah, totally.
If anyone listening to this hasn't watched this match, go find it. It's definitely worth it. I know it's 205 Live, and no one really watches it, but watch it. It's great.
We've probably got a load of listeners being like, yeah, guys, I watch this every week. It's great wrestling every week. You losers.
Hey guys, we're actually wrestling fans.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You guys just poncing about every week, just recording yourselves, listening to each other talk, and you don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, big news coming later from the hardest part of the ring. So next up, we're going to talk about NXT, because there's just been a few cool things going on.
We never get to talk about NXT as well.
We don't really, do we? We have talked about the last 2 takeovers, which is cool.
Yep.
Different for us, but they've had a breakout tournament happening, which, first off, is a really good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't understand why Raw and SmackDown don't do more tournament stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a great way to have feuds and matches, and there's instantly something riding on every match, and people care about
Between this and the G1, like kind of leaning into the sports mentality of kind of tournament and league play,
Yes.
just is so beneficial, because it's just like, do you know what? We don't need to worry about building these artificial storylines between anyone. It's just, here's the story, and then kind of anything that kind of develops from that, great.
Yeah, agreed. Any particular matches or wrestlers that have stood out for you so far? John?
It's great seeing Jonah Hill. I can't remember what his new NXT name is.
Well, it's definitely not Jonah Hill.
Oh, Jonah Hill's the actor. Jonah Rock. There we go.
You don't remember his name because it is the most lame, boring name ever. Bronson Reed.
Oh, that is rubbish.
What even is that?
But I love watching him wrestle.
It sounds like a paper company.
It does, actually. Oh, yeah. But like toilet paper. But you know that sort of shiny, weird toilet paper you used to get at primary schools?
Cool.
But yeah, he is. Well, and we saw him down at Riptide, didn't we? And he was on Progress and things like that. He looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, he's got that amazing thing. For me personally, there's nothing better than a wrestler, like a big wrestler that can move really fast.
Yeah,
like Vader, Bam Bam, and like Rock has got it as well. He's so quick.
I like the fact that his senton, he just lands all of his weight right on the middle of the person. Not like, I mean, we'll talk about Killian Dane in a second, but he came back with a couple of sentons where he's basically just missing the person and then touching them with the back of his head. But Jonah Rock, aka Bronson Reed, just gives it his all.
I was really impressed with Andrew Garza, Mexican wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah, really. Like, I'd never heard of him before.
Well, the difficult thing is that a lot of these guys, because they've been repackaged, you're like, oh, I haven't heard of any of these guys because they've all got brand new names. Right? And then you hear, I mean, it was nice that when they were introducing the tournament a couple of weeks ago, they did sort of say formerly known as, which I think is a clever idea and something you wouldn't expect them to do.
It's such a good idea, this tournament. The match quality has been really high. It's quite exciting to see what these guys are going to do.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the Dexter Loomis gimmick?
I love it.
It's so good, isn't it?
Creepy.
It's so creepy.
He looks how I imagine alt-right video bloggers to look.
Oh, yeah.
It's the tash, isn't it? And the gloves.
Yeah, he's terrifying. And he's so jacked.
Yeah.
He's quite old, isn't he?
Is he?
Oh, he looks old.
Oh, man.
But I think he's somebody who's been around. I think I had a look into it. I think he was on TNA for quite a while.
Where's Brett
Looking
when
at
you
it.
need him?
Guys, he's 35, so
35.
he's younger than me.
He's younger
So
than me, isn't he?
he's not that old. He's older than you, Sam.
Yeah, really enjoyed the gimmick. I thought they it's very late 80s, early 90s, kind of like from an undisclosed location, and
Yeah, really cool
just
music. And
love
just
it.
staring
Creepy,
at the camera.
creepy.
Yeah, rubbing the ropes. Good stuff.
Sam, you're obviously a big EO fan. What do you reckon of their turn?
Yeah, they needed to do it.
She looks great as well. She
does, yeah. I mean, this
I
has
really
been,
like it.
yeah, me too.
as well.
It's been brewing for a while. So if anyone isn't caught up on NXT, like, first of all, I'd suggest go and watch that Io Shirai, Shayna Baszler cage
fuck me.
match.
That is one of my
because,
favourite matches of the year. Definitely.
Again,
the drama, the
just
storytelling.
an incredible match, that. As for Io turning heel, the thing is that they kind of needed to, because beyond Shayna, who is a heel on the NXT women's roster, really?
Yeah, they do have a lot of baby faces, don't they?
Yeah, that's very true.
And yeah, they needed to build out that roster depth and just have a bit more going on for it, to be honest, because at the moment it was becoming a bit of a meat grinder for just Shayna to go through every face there and just build something new.
It's amazing how much Shayna's improved over the last year, like across the board, like her wrestling, promo work, mic stuff. She's full package.
I'm a huge fan of Shayna. Like, she is ready to go to the main roster, and not only go to the main roster, be like a top person on the main roster. She's that good.
She really is, yeah. I can't remember if it was the last episode or one before. Just she did a little promo, and it was just like, this is perfect.
She's a real credible kind of threat, is the thing. Like, she brings that MMA background and does it in such a perfect way. For me, she reminds me, it's like the women's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like the positive side of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Brock was amazing, as little as a few years ago.
I do like Brock Lesnar. I just don't like the way kind of he's utilised in WWE.
Yeah, I'd completely agree with that sentiment. Well, I used to love Brock Lesnar. Like that time when he demolished Cena at SummerSlam was so amazing.
We like a motivated Brock Lesnar,
Yeah.
don't we?
In the same way we like a motivated Randy Orton.
No, I love it. Unmotivated Randy Orton. Unmotivated Randy Orton is.
I don't
amazing.
love any kind of Randy Orton apart from his
heel,
power slam.
heel Randy Orton is a lovely thing to behold.
Okay, I mentioned Killian Dane. What do we think about his return and the fact that obviously he's very much got rid of the sanity gimmick?
Yeah,
Turned up in a Tool t-shirt.
there's been a lot of really good metal band T-shirts on NXT and actually sort of main roster as well recently.
Become a big thing, hasn't it? Yeah, I think that's good, to be fair. It's kind of what I'm really enjoying WWE sending some people back to NXT to kind of
Yeah,
back in the
I
oven.
think it's done wonders for like the Street Profits. That since they've been appearing on like Raw and stuff. When they show up in NXT, they get such a massive reaction now.
Yeah, for sure. And like, for me, like I'm happy to see Tyler Breeze kind of give it another shot in NXT to try and sort of develop that sort of gimmick further, because I feel like it was so superficial, just kind of being a supermodel. Like, it was never going to have that much going for it beyond like the initial joking of all of it. So now, like, if he can take that and just sort of make that part of who he is, but sort of become a more established wrestler just generally.
Thinking with Tyler Breeze though, it's like he's like a okay wrestler. You say I don't think he's particularly good. Even when we reviewed that old NXT takeover, and the match that he had a couple of weeks ago on the most recent takeover, it's sort of okay. I don't think he's anything that special.
Yeah. I've
So-
not seen anything of his that's amazing as of yet, but kind of, you know.
It's cool that he's got the history with NXT. So obviously he's huge when he comes out, and the gimmick's great, and he's funny and everything. So I support what they're doing, and I think it is really cool the way they're not afraid to mix things up and send Apollo Crews back down to NXT and send
That's a great move.
Yeah.
Cassius Ohno and Alexander Wolf and Marcel Bartel over to NXT UK and stuff like that. I think I like the way they're being a bit creative with the people who who are getting a bit stale with
Yeah,
where they
I
are.
think it's working really well.
Yeah, I'm happy to see Apollo Crews back in NXT. I hope he stays there for a bit, actually, and just kind of gets a run behind him, because he was always good enough to do stuff, but he kind of got called up so quickly, he never really had a chance.
See, when he came back to NXT for that match with Kushida, when he came out, I was like with the crowd. I was like, "Yeah, this is amazing! I can't wait to see this Apollo Crews match." And then it sort of started, and I kind of like,
Did you not think that match was good? I thought that match was great.
I thought it was
I
excellent.
thought it was okay. I don't know. Didn't
Really?
click with me. Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
love Kushida.
Oh,
mean,
mate, that
He's
ending,
killing it, isn't he?
the rolling
That
armbar
armbar.
from the top rope.
Yeah, that was good.
Or as
That
Beth
was
Phoenix
very
calls it, a submission from the top rope. Thanks, Beth.
It was so good. I love the way the Kushida's being presented and coming across so far on NXT. It's
Yeah,
great.
I'm
When you-
surprised. I wouldn't thought they would have done that.
Hey, I'm really excited for the next takeover. Just because you think quite a lot of the top talent, the likes of Ricochet, Aleister Black, even, I mean, what's going on with Johnny Gargano at the moment?
He's
having a break.
feuding with Cole, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going back in for a third match with Cole.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Did I? Oh, shit. I didn't see the end of this week's episode. Did he come out?
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, right, fine. But yeah, what I was going to say is a lot of the top talent or a lot of the names that we were getting used to seeing quite regularly and loving it aren't going to be on the next takeover. And then you've got the likes of Kushida, you've got the likes of Keith Lee now pushing, saying, he
Oh
wants
yeah,
more of
his
the push.
promos have been great.
Oh, that was a great promo.
You've got Killian
I'm quite
Dane
excited
coming
for
back. Yeah, very exciting as always.
Do you know, that's the thing with NXT that just makes it so much better than anything else WWE is doing, is that there are actual competitive feuds going on where week in, week out, you just don't really know who's going to be getting the upper hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
just so
good
good.
old-fashioned wrestling show, isn't it? It's not complicated. It's just let's put some people together, basic storyline, get them to fight.
Yeah, exactly that. So that is our quick review of what's been going on in NXT, and we're going to have a quick break, and then we're going to talk about the G1.
Let me tell you guys, that's the hardest part of the ring right there. That's where that steel goes down, and a lot of, I'm going to tell you, you don't want to land right there.
Right, the G1. I have watched a couple of key matches. John,
Whee.
same for you?
Yeah, went down a little bit of a G1 hole over the weekend and loved every second of it.
Oh, good.
I haven't watched much New Japan since Wrestle Kingdom actually, and so just catching up on G1 was such a pleasure.
Yeah. But Sam, you are the main man when it comes to the G1 because you have watched every single match
Yeah.
of the G1 of the tournament, right? Not
Yeah. I've watched every match of the tournament. I'm not watching the pre-show because, like I said, not enough hours in the day.
okay. So before we get to the key matches that we want to talk about, do you want to do a quick roundup of the days we haven't talked about?
G1 Climax, we've had since then days 5, 6 and 7. So it's 2 days for A block, 1 day for B block. So yeah, top of A block we've got Kenta and Okada, both undefeated, and they're going to be meeting this week. So that's going to be fascinating. I
should
can't
be
see
very
Okada. I can't see Okada losing that, to be honest, but I think it'll be a really good match. Just below them, actually, you've got Evil, Tanahashi, Kota Ibushi, and Lance Archer of all people, who they have really gone in heavy with the repackaging on him. And I think it's working. He's got a lot of good moves. And then he's got the everybody dies claw, but we don't need to worry about that. But no, he had a great match with Tanahashi over the week. Generally, he's doing pretty good, actually. It's interesting to see where he's going with that. Meanwhile, in B block's 1 round behind A block at the moment. Up on his own, you've got John Moxley, top of the block, undefeated.
It's hard to see if he's going to lose, isn't it? Like I can't see.
So, yeah, I mean, isn't this an interesting prospect of essentially in A block, it's looking like it's going to be Okada winning it. And that's going to potentially lead to a John Moxley Okada G1 final,
Wow.
which
What happens if
Yeah.
the current champion wins the G1? Because obviously, if you win the G1,
they can choose who they want to fight.
ooh,
So, yeah, incredible stuff. Fascinatingly, in B block, so you got Moxley at the top, Ishii, Robinson, Takagi, and Toriano, God bless him.
he's put some wins
kind of-
together. I watched his match with Switchblade actually.
So, yeah, that leads beautifully into Yano versus Switchblade Jay White. Another loss for the Switchblade.
3-0, isn't he?
He's,
Yeah.
yeah, only guy on 0 points. They are building stories here, and it's really good. Like watching it with the English commentary with Rocky Romero's commentary, and obviously how biased he is to Chaos and how much he hates Bullet Club. It's beautiful. Really, really great storytelling. And yeah, just it's exciting. It's hotting up nicely.
Nice.
Yeah, just kind of few matches for recommendations. So yeah, day 5, I would suggest Evil versus Sonada. Real nice kind of backwards and forwards, two guys who obviously know each other very well.
Yeah.
Day 6, B block, John Moxley versus Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh god, I watched that match as well. Ishii is such a good wrestler. I feel like I've seen so many of his matches, and every time he still impresses me with how good he is.
He's such a star maker, isn't he? Like, kind of anyone who's had a good match has had to have it against Ishii.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that match. I mean, basically all over the internet, people were saying how good that was. And it's another one of those matches where if somebody had told you a year ago, you'd be like, well, that's not going to happen. And I don't want to see Dean Ambrose. I'm not fussed, but fucking hell.
He is absolutely killing it.
He really is. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I tell you what, you don't realise how big the WWE guys and like people like John Moxley are until you see him dwarfing Tomohiro Ishii. And Ishii's a big guy.
He's got no neck though.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he's got no neck.
A couple of inches.
You know,
there.
he's
not that big though, is he? I mean, is he like 5'5" or something?
I suppose it's kind of more wide than big. He's Rhino big.
Yeah.
But I always had the impression he was one of the bigger guys in New Japan. And then kind of seeing John Moxley stand up to him and just be like towering over. And you think like kind of back in the day, Dean Ambrose would be kind of like staring up at people like Roman Reigns. So
I just love watching. He's so motivated, isn't he, Mox, to put on great matches, and like
absolutely.
he's got to be one of the most motivated wrestlers out there at the moment, just to prove that he made the right decision. He's been given this opportunity to go and have these great matches, and he is delivering.
Yeah, because
his new style. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say that to go to New Japan, especially the G1. That's so much work to put your body through. Like, it is relentless. Like, really stiff, hard-hitting matches for, like, a month.
Yeah. And they were the strikes they were doing in this match, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So good. I'm absolutely loving his new style, kind of being a bit more free, allowed to kind of use hardcore wrestling and stuff with the chairs and tables and all of that. Really lends himself to his character. And
yeah, I mean, if he has to have a straight match with somebody, who knows how good it would necessarily be? Because I do think that element of it, him being able to go and brawling in the crowd and get tables and chairs out and stuff, is really helping him.
Do you know, one of the weird things I remember seeing in an interview years and years ago, Stone Cold saying Dean Ambrose has the most talent. Dean Ambrose could be huge. Dean Ambrose reminds me of Stone Cold. And I remember reading that thinking, like, what are you on about? Like, I don't see it at all. And now, kind of his new attitude, his new kind of I don't give a fuck style of wrestling, I am starting to see kind of that Stone Cold-esque
definitely.
demeanour.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, great match.
Yeah,
the
amazing.
headbutts. I don't think anybody should ever do headbutts in wrestling because they just look really lame. Because no doubt they're hurting more. Oh, headbutt the chest or the shoulder, yeah. But when they were like butting heads in the middle,
oh right, when they wrestle,
like, nobody's actually trying to do it because obviously it would legitimately knock you out or really, really hurt.
I was going to say, like, Jack Gallagher would say otherwise.
Yeah, but okay, a headbutt to the head.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Just don't do it at all.
PSA from Adam.
Yeah.
Final match I want to talk about is Okada Will Ospreay.
Oh, I felt distraught after this match. I'm really willing Ospreay to win the G1. Like, I feel like this is his year. This is his year. And I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to do it. And it's like...
He was never going to win the G1, but I feel like maybe he should have won this match.
The best thing about this is that the other night, I sat down and I watched Jack Gallagher versus Chad Gable, then Moxley versus Ishii, and then Okada versus Ospreay, and then I went to bed.
I mean, Okada, Ospreay,
why can't all wrestling sessions be like this?
It's such an amazing match. It's definitely the best match I've seen this week.
It's incredible.
I know I said Jack Gallagher and Cable was my match of the year. WWE match. I think I said WWE match. Yes, I did say WWE match.
John, you're so prone to hyperbole.
I
I
am.
know, John. This is the best match I've seen this week. That's not really high praise, is it?
Oh, okay, fine. This
I thought you were going to
Fortnite.
say this year or like the best Ospreay match. I mean, it's probably not the best Ospreay match, but
I don't
just
know.
didn't
Actually, I
expect you
think
to say
this
this
could be
week.
the best Ospreay match. I think Ospreay's had a lot of good matches, and I think this is perhaps his best one.
yeah, I was actually looking on Grapple, where I've continued to rate all the matches I've watched this year, so I can hopefully look at a list of those and refresh my memory at the end of the year, which ones I did rate at the highest. But the highest rated Will Ospreay match so far on there, anyway, is the final of the Best of the Super Juniors versus Shingo.
Oh, that's a good match.
Oh, I mean, do you think this was definitely up there?
I feel like this was a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think they're both great matches. Just, I think kind of, it's no big surprise. I'm going to have to say that Ospreay, I think, is the best wrestler in the world at the moment.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Every match he does, just incredible. Loving that scorpion hook kick he's doing.
Yeah, looks cool.
I do worry about his neck though.
Yeah, me too. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to wrestle, but at the same time, wrestle in his kind of flippy way, but he's kind of evolved his style anyway as he's become a bit more heavyweight to be a little bit more striking. He reminds me more of Ibushi now than he did previously. He used to be a lot more kind of Ricochet-esque, flippy.
Yeah.
That's a good point. He's not as flippy anymore, is he? Definitely not.
That's the thing as well with him getting more hench. He's obviously having to put a lot more work in the gym, so he's strengthening those shoulder muscles and probably almost definitely his neck muscles, because every single match he's in, people are targeting the neck or they're talking about the neck.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be the element of kayfabe as well around this, where it's like, well, we don't really know.
But then you have a match with Ibushi, and your neck's going to be a state whatever happens after one of those. But yeah, great match, really good.
Fantastic match, and Okada just absolutely killing it at the moment. Like, the ending of this match was mental, just like the counter of the Rainmaker into the Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
And yeah, just generally a really great match. Probably one of Okada's best matches this year as well.
They had that amazing exchange sort of about halfway through where Okada did the call for the Rainmaker and we got the wide angle shot, and then there was the missed drop kick and then the shooting star press into the knees of Okada, and then they had a massive drop kick again and then the pile driver.
I could watch Okada doing drop kicks all day.
Yeah,
and be happy.
best dropkick in the business.
Easily.
Yeah. And then the Rainmaker into the Spanish Fly and then the shooting star press.
God. See, this should headline Wrestle Kingdom next year.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
But, when Hiromu Takahashi comes back, he needs someone to wrestle.
Has anyone heard anything about him?
Come back, Hiromu. We don't know. I don't know. I hope he comes back soon.
Yeah, me too. Great wrestler.
Anyway, great match. And the G1 continues to deliver as expected. And I'm sure we'll get a little update from Sam next week as well.
Yeah, for sure. Me and Brett will be able to discuss it if Brett turns up.
Brett won't be on the pod, will he? Let's face it. There'll be some other excuse. Oh, Brett. We miss you, Brett. On to... Are we going to do the Star Performer?
Yeah, I thought we'd do a Star Performer.
I think
Just
it's a good idea.
we've had so much good wrestling this week.
Yeah, okay, cool idea. So, Star Performer, something that we do when we usually review pay-per-views, but we're going to do it this week because there's been so much good stuff, as Sam just said. John, who's been your Star Performer of the week?
There's so many great wrestling matches I've seen. I'm going to have to go Jack Gallagher, just because it's been great seeing him. And he put on a hell of a show, Chad Gable.
Good stuff. Sam?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with Chad Gable for pretty much the same reason. Like, kind of, you're going to get good stuff out of Ospreay and Okada. Jack Gallagher, Chad Gable on 205 Live, getting a standing ovation. Where's that come from?
Very nice. I'm tempted to go for Dexter Loomis, just because he's so weird. But
That would be fucking left field.
I'll just go for Will Ospreay, because if you guys are going to pick those two, then
You go with
Ospreay's...
the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Bit of an easy pick, really. Obviously, sometimes we like to go back to the draft and talk about who picked the wrestlers that we're talking about. Nobody had Jack Gallagher, obviously. What about Chad Gable? Did anyone have Chad Gable?
Yeah.
Insurrection, 4th round pick, Chad Gable. Ooh, I mean, the thing is, are we going to keep watching his matches? Because we're not going to be tuning in every week.
Well, you say that, but if he keeps putting in matches like that, I do want to see where that's going now.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, well, you guys can be the 205 Live guys, and you can report back next week. That would be great.
205 Live guys. That
Yeah.
could be a pod.
Because of
Another spin-off pod.
they're doing the Takeover UK Cardiff. I started catching up on NXT UK as well.
What? Really?
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts?
The last few episodes I've watched, they've obviously were ones they filmed at Download Festival, so it was a bit weird.
Yeah. I've watched a few of those and I don't think they were great.
I watched Walter versus Travis Banks,
Yeah, I watched that.
and
Yeah.
it's not as good as I've seen those two do before.
I am not feeling Walter or any of the NXT UK stuff at the moment. I
Okay.
don't think any of it's been... No, like, kind of, in all seriousness, I don't think any of it has been kind of as exciting as it should be or could be. It just sort of seems, I don't know, like a weird pool for WWE just to collect people and have them in WWE so they can't be popular elsewhere.
It does feel like it's missing something. It definitely does feel like it's missing something.
Yeah, I very much feel as if you can just watch better at numerous other places in terms of watching those guys. But there are a lot of people who like it and who believe that people are doing really well. That they're actually building some decent feuds, and like the stuff with Volta and his stable.
The Imperium.
Imperium.
That's
Yeah.
a great name, though. That is a really great name for a
That's good.
heel faction.
There are also people who strongly believe that Walter is basically, I think he may even only have a year-long contract. He's basically going there for the payday, and then he's going to get the hell out of there because it's not his kind of thing, and he's going to get back to the Indies. So who knows how
that would
true
be
that
good.
is.
Interesting.
It could all just be gossip. But yeah.
We're a wrestling
I haven't been
podcast. That's what we've traded in.
Yeah.
absolutely right. But yeah, back to what we're talking about. Will Ospreay, John, you got him in the draft. So yeah, guaranteed 10 out of 10 when it comes to the scoring next year.
Looks like it's going to be another winning year for John.
We'll see. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and then we will be back with the big announcement.
Back suplex on the apron from Kenny Omega. Literally on the edge of the apron.
Right then, what should we do? A drum roll?
What we're going
I always feel awkward doing a drum roll because it always becomes I'm not editing this part.
Oh, you arsehole.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and loyal listeners, anybody who's been listening since episode 1, this is a big thing.
Big
or
news.
something. I don't know why it's
big
a
news.
bigger news for you. But if you have been listening since episode 1, then bloody hell, well done. That's
good on
impressive.
you.
Yeah,
It's quite a feat of endurance.
that
actually,
is. Yeah, God damn it. Right. The news is that we, Hardest Part of the Ring, are about to do, or in a couple of months anyway, our first ever live show.
Boom.
Boom.
Oh, did you do the Adam Cole boom?
Yeah. Did you stick your thumb up to your head?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. of
Nice.
course. Nice. Very nice. So, the details. We are going to be appearing at the London Podcast Festival, which is held at King's Place near King's Cross. It's a lovely, lovely venue. It's happening on Sunday, the 8th of September at 2 p.m. So, it's a school night, but it's in the afternoon. So, anybody coming from afar, coming from down south, anywhere out of London, get up to London, see a show. Be about an hour, 90 minutes, something like that. Get back on the train and be ready to watch loads of wrestling in the evening. So what I'm saying is that it's really convenient, okay? So please come, please buy tickets. First of all, that's exciting, right, guys?
Oh, so
Yeah, that's
big
very
time.
Exciting. I didn't realise it's at 2 PM. That's going to be really awkward when I get really drunk.
That's right. We'll find a pub open at that time. You're right.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it would just be awkward afterwards when it's 3:30 and you're an absolute mess. But yeah, we'll see.
It wouldn't be any different.
Just like a
So-
weekday, eh, Sam?
Just to explain a little bit of the background to it, I think I've mentioned before my involvement with Pod Bible magazine. I'm one of the editors of that magazine, and Pod Bible are putting on a run of mashup shows, and they're called Pod and Mix, like pick and mix, but with podcasts. And they're putting on a couple at the London Podcast Festival in September. And the idea behind that is that they get two podcasts to come together and create a mashup live show. So we're not going to be alone. We are teaming up with Tuesday Night Jaw.
Ooh.
Those jobbers.
So Matt Richards, who has recently taken over hosting duties from Jim Smallman, he is going to be putting together a crack team of people who have either guested on the podcast in the past or just linked to it in whatever way. And we together are creating Hardest Part of the Jaw.
Nice.
Catchy, huh?
I like it.
Very nice. And the plan is that we are going to put together one of our famous quizzes, and we are going to host it, and the Tuesday Night Jaw guys are going to be the contestants.
Oh, this is going to be so good,
It's going
guys.
to be beautiful because they can bring the comedy and the wrestling knowledge, and we can bring the misinformation
And the admin.
and the spreadsheets. Yeah.
and the spreadsheets.
God, there's going to be a big screen that we can put spreadsheets up on.
I'm so excited.
God, I can't wait. So I mean, obviously our quizzes started off as something completely ridiculous and stupid, but seem to have got a decent, I was going to say following, as if some people only follow the quiz episodes. But what I mean is they always seem to go down well. They're usually a bit of a shambles, but they're always close. It's always an opportunity for us to show how terrible our knowledge is. But on this occasion, we'll be putting these questions to pros. You know, there might even be some wrestlers coming along.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it should be very, very interesting, fun, entertaining.
It's going to be bloody amazing. It's going to be
Guys.
so good.
Yeah.
Can I give some advice to the Tuesday Night Jaw guys?
Yeah.
Brush up on your gold dust knowledge. Get ready.
That's actually very true.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of Dustin Rhodes based trivia.
Yeah. But yeah, well, obviously we've started thinking about it, and as with all our other quizzes, we're going to mix it up, do some different stuff. It's not all just going to be general knowledge questions. So it should be a lot of fun. That is happening, as I said, at the London Podcast Festival near King's Cross on Sunday the 8th of September at 2 p.m. And if you want to get tickets, they are going on sale at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. So a lot of you will be listening to this maybe just before that or after it, but 10 a.m. on Wednesday the 24th of July. And you go to kingsplace.co.uk or go to the Hardest Part Twitter or even Tuesday Night Jaw. All the socials will have the info. So yeah, please come along. And if you are coming along, let us know. It'd be really cool to say hello to a load of you afterwards. Not before, because we'll be putting together our spreadsheets, but definitely afterwards.
Yeah. Give away some stickers or something. We love stickers.
Yeah. Do you reckon we could sell some merch out the back?
Oh, definitely. Ooh. Bring a van.
Bring a van full of dodgy t-shirts. We'll just bootleg a load of Brett's stuff.
Let's just bootleg a load of Tuesday Night Jaw stuff.
We can audition for a replacement for Brett.
Ooh, open auditions.
Maybe this is his way of telling us that he doesn't want to be involved. He's just not turning up to episodes. But no, Brett has said that he will be there. We'll all be there, and there'll be a team from Tuesday Night Jaw, and it will be a lot of fun. And I won't go on about it anymore because we're probably going to mention this on every single episode up until then. So
he's promised to do an a cappella version of Mike and Maria Kellis entrance music as well, which would be something to behold.
Oh yeah, God, I'm well up for that.
I mean, I say that, but we all did try singing California earlier.
Yeah,
success.
I was singing a completely different song. I think Adam did the wrong song, but Sam did a song.
It's not going to be karaoke.
Involved.
We don't need to worry. Hopefully there'll be no singing.
We should do a karaoke round. That'd be great.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, please buy tickets and get in touch with us if you are coming, and we'd love to say hello. That is it. So if people do want to say hello and tell us that they bought 10 tickets for all their friends and family, Sam, what do they do?
Well, they can email us at hardestpartofthering@gmail.com. They can social media us at hardestpartpod on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Or, you know what? You want to buy a Hardest Part of the Ring t-shirt? Show some love? You can go to hardestpartofthering.bigcartel.com.
Fantastic. We will be back next week when we're going to review WWE Smackville.
Smackville.
Such a stupid bloody name.
Possibly the worst named pay-per-view.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be back for that. We'll talk about some G1 stuff as well. And hopefully Brett will be with us. But until then, it is goodbye from me, Adam. Goodbye from Sam.
See you later.
Goodbye from John.
Goodbye.
And that was the Hardest Part of the Ring.
California, where we come.
Right where we started from.
California.
Nailed it.
In the city.
Oh, John, yes.
City of Compton.
And stop.
That is the hardest part of that ring.
On the